General manager of this place. This is both a private enterprise and a cooperative. Okay, half of this holding is held by like 200 weavers, and another half was by 5 businessmen. Okay, and this gentleman is the manager of this place, and he is the one taking us through the place. His name is Hakan.
Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hakan, and I'll be your new guide here for a while. First, I'd like to explain you how we produce carpets in Turkey. By the way, anytime that you like, you can take pictures of the ladies, you can take in pictures with them. Even if you wish, you can sit nearby them and try to make nuts with them. This is how we get free labor and we can sell it cheaper. So, have you ever seen before how the carpets are produced, or is it your first time?
First time.
If a carpet is handmade, no matter Chinese or Turkish or Persian or the others, it means for us formed out of vertical threads, horizontal threads, and the nuts, I mean the pile of them. In the world, simply, there is 2 different techniques to produce carpets. Let's say first technique is double knotting technique or Turkish knotting technique we call, because we are the only a country that works with double knotting. This is what we call as Turkish knotting technique. And the second technique, known as single knotting technique or Persian knotting technique we call, except in Turkey, all the other countries like Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Egypt, Nepal, Morocco, India, I mean all the others are working with single knotting technique with Persian knotting technique. Then what's the difference in between double knot and single knot, between Turkish knot and Persian knot? To make a knot on a carpet each time, they have to work on 2 pieces of vertical threads. Each knot always has to be done on 2 verticals, and next knot will be done on next pair, by the way. Now, let's make it easier with my 2 fingers. Let's imagine that my 2 fingers are the 2 verticals of the carpet. What we do is with double knotting technique, Turkish knotting technique, we twist the yarn around the bone of the vertical threads equally. This is the way that we do our knots. We call this double knot or Turkish knot. Yarn goes around the ball of the vertical threads equally with our technique. Second technique, single knotting technique, again formed on 2 threads, but this time with it, yarn goes around the 1 vertical thread. Without going around the second one, comes from behind of it. This is single knotting technique, Persian knotting technique, what other countries are using. Let's see once more the difference. Double, Turkish, and single, Persian. Of course, while the ladies are working fast, we cannot see their hands well, but I would like to ask these 3 ladies to work a little slower for you. You can see how they are doing the knot slowly. Yavaş yapalım bakalım düğümlerimizi.
Let Martha Stewart.
As you see, they work on 2 threads. Yarn goes around the first thread, moves and goes around the second thread. They hold the both end of the yarn, pull it down, and break it. Once more again. Yarn goes around the first thread, then goes around the second thread. They hold the both end of the yarn, pull it down, and break it. Of course, while they are putting the right color knots on the right point of the carpet, they have to follow some certain millimetric patterns like this ones. Actually, the ladies might be a bit familiar. It looks like cross-stitching, petty point pattern, isn't it? But with the petty point of cross-stitching, you can work portions of the flowers. But here, we have to go row by row, line by line. Each of the square millimeter represent a knot on the carpet. After they complete each row of knots, when they finish 1 line of knots all the way, they cross the horizontal threads in between the vertical threads, as they are going to show us now. Bakalım artıklarımızı, evet. By the way, it is not really for them to do this yet. That's why they show us a power only. But in a normal case, they have to cross it all the way from one corner to the other corner. I mean, they complete, imagine, as 1 row of knots all the way. They put a horizontal thread on top of it all the way. Another row of knots, another horizontal thread on each other end. After that, they have this kind of heavy iron comb. They comb the wefts and the pile down of it with this heavy iron comb at the end. Burada. Now, what this makes, as you guess, it makes the nuts a bit tighter, isn't it? Closer to each other. That we can fit more number of nuts in a square centimeter or in a square inch of the carpet, which is important for the handmade carpets, because if a handmade carpet contains more number of nuts in a square inch size, centimeter size, it means there's more work, more labor with more nets. Means carpet is more tightly woven, stronger and more durable. With the more labor again, it means more valuable. Exactly in these days, when you buy your cameras or televisions, they talk about pixels, isn't it? Imagine nuts are same as pixels on handmade carpets. More nuts, more labor, more durability, more resolution, more valuable. More density, yes. And also, as you realize, when they break the yarn, they always leave it long. They cannot arrange the thickness of the pulp that even they're perfect with their hands. But we have like this kind of special scissors. Sadece iki taraf kessin yeter. They flat the pulp, they even the pulp with a special scissors. Right, this is a brief layaway about how long does it take to complete a certain size of a handmade carpet. By the way, these three carpets that we are watching on this side of the room are wool-on cotton. What I mean with it, these vertical threads are cotton, horizontal threads are cotton, knots made by wool, wool-on cotton combination. Every square inch size of the certain qualities here contains 10 by 10, 100 double knots. For per square inch size, they work 100 double knots. To complete 4 by 6 feet sizes, this one or this one, needs around of 2.5 months of time. 100 double knots as per inch size, 4 by 6 feet size, needs around of 2.5 months of time to complete. But doesn't mean, by the way, every time 4 by 6 feet size. Needs about 2.5 months of time to complete. No, we can show you 4 by 6 feet size of a carpet that needs only 3 weeks of time to finish, or we can show you same size of a carpet that needs about